Test. Let's see what Wi-Fi I'm on. I'm on the 5G. I should be good. Alrighty, let's see what's going on first. Why? Nothing really going down. Back to entry. Alright, guys. Alright. So let's try this again. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I believe my battery had some malfunction, so I had to change my laptop battery to the original one. And it seems that it's working. I deleted a whole bunch of programs, uninstalled a whole bunch of programs, deleted a whole bunch of videos. So hopefully my computer should be running a little bit faster. I did take the trades off of the live stream because of the technical difficulties. I took the trades manually. No. I took the trades off the live stream, and then when I was setting up my when I was changing the battery, I had to go and manually delete the so when the trade did trigger at what maybe what minute I'm looking at, maybe 20 minutes into the to the hour, we got into a buy position, so I had to manually close the sell position so I didn't get into two trades in at one time. That's the only thing I had to do manual. And then I changed the battery and now I'm back online. Just some technical difficulties. You it's always gonna be a week that something unforeseen is going to happen, or a few things like a hurricane, and then technical difficulties on all fronts. So I had 2 days with the hurricane. What the next day, what I had, I think I was a little bit too slow on the live stream on Wednesday. And then this morning I was still slow on the live stream, and then the computer was lagging a whole bunch. So that's 4 days out of the week that we had some issues, but I still was able to go ahead and get the trades placed, manage the trades, so on, etc. And then we could go ahead and try to start this live stream off better. So we did have news at 8:30, which actually pushed us into that buy position. Right now, market is hovering over our entry price, which is at 1.16458. Markets open at 1.16408, which is almost a few pips away from um if not 2 or 3 pips away from where it opened at 8 a.m. yesterday. So we had a whole bunch of fluctuations. What you gonna call it? Let me see. What does it look like that? Okay, that's the one-to-one that I have on the FTMO. So we probably had let me see, 10, 20, 30 pips of profit yesterday because we was holding the trade to see what markets was gonna do. We actually ended up losing all the profits and closing for less than break even. So we lost a little bit of money on both of the trades. Now on the live account, I did have a scale in at a 1-to-1, so I got a full loss on that one of half the size of the original position. The original position was a small loss. I think I can show you over here. We lost about $35 on. I don't know why they don't show. They did charge me for something. Swap. That's what I'm looking for. So we lost about 9 plus 15, about $21 on the original position, and on the scaling position, we lost about $40. So not that bad of a loss on the live account. Though we were in profit, but that's the part of the game. If I want the big, like I said before, if I want the big wins, I'm gonna eventually have to turn some of my winners into losers, and then hopefully when we do have the opportunity to be in a trade for a big win, it's gonna cover for those losers. So it wasn't a big loser or anything like that, devastating. So I could take that one on the chin. And on the FTMO, I think we closed. We didn't do anything too bad. We closed for Why does it do that? We closed for we had the swap fee was actually $458. That was crazy, ridiculous. And then so we actually lost about closer to 870 dollars ish, around that much on FTMO. Still not a big loss compared to what we was risking around, like uh I don't know how much we was risking that day. I think we was risking 1,500 as well. No, we was risking about 2,500, 2,500, 2,000 or something like that, or 3,000 or something like that. Um, yeah, maybe 2,500 or something, around $2,500. So we lost $400. No whoop de doo. We still at $12,000 profit, so we're still cool. So that's what it is. Now we still have to put in effect that the last 3 days technically were all winning trades. The probability of this trade being a winner is least likely than it was yesterday, but you still understand that it's still a possibility of it being a winner. We still have to take the trades. I did decide to take the trade for less leverage, so I'm risking about $1,500 for this exact trade. Um and then that's also going to give me the ability to, if I do lose the trade and it's one of those where I get my stop loss tapped out, I'm going to go ahead and re-enter for another what $1,500, probably an 8.82 lot. As well as on the live account, I do have a $75. The trade's worth about like $75. If I do get stopped out, I'm going to try to re-enter for a buy. But I want to see how markets move over time. I'm going to continue watching it. I want to see how markets react in the next 44 minutes to see how news is going to affect us at 9:45. And then I'll probably make a decision on what I'm going to do. If it ends up being a losing trade, we ends up moving lower, I think I'm going to end up getting into continuation on a larger downtrend. That's what I'm thinking. But, but, I don't want to say that I'm changing directions, but I really only back tested a re-entry of a pivot. So if my stop loss get hit, I believe it's gonna pop back around to the upside. If I'm in a buy, if my stop loss got hit in the sell, I believe it's gonna pop back down to the downside instead of a continuation. A continuation is definitely possible, but I'm thinking the only time I'll get probably into a continuation is if we hit a 1-to-1 and it instantly reversed against me. That's the only time I probably get into a continuation or a continuation of the break of structure or violation of my stop loss. So yeah. So let's go ahead and open Google Chrome. I definitely want to see how my thing reacts. Let's see how my computer reacts me playing Google Chrome. Yeah, it's gonna lag regardless. I thought it was gonna be a little bit faster. It is a little bit faster, I give it that. Wait a second. Yeah, nope, not faster. It's a little bit faster, but I can imagine Google Chrome takes a lot of graphic processing. In encoder overload, consider turning down the video settings or using a faster encoder preset. After this live stream, I'm gonna go ahead and dumb down the live stream settings because I think my resolution is too high. Gotta finish the water. All right. So finish the water. Go ahead and drink something else. All right. We gotta wait for TradingView to load because I got a whole bunch of stuff on it. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and probably start a new TradingView again. I'm probably gonna delete the old one. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the old one and start a new one so that the new one could load faster. I thought this one's gonna load faster, but nope. Same slow as the old one. Cause I put so much information on it. That's why. Let's give it a second, guys. I think I have a flare. No flare today. Huh. There we go. Alright. And we could go ahead and analyze yesterday. Finish putting the strikes on. So we open at 1.16419. In the first 3 minutes, I remember it like it was yesterday because it was yesterday. In the first 3 minutes, we went ahead and hit the buy stop. So we got into a buy trade. We had no drawdown yesterday. Then we shortly after in the next maybe like excuse me, the next 15 minutes we hit first bullish level one, and then a few about like 15 more minutes after that we hit bullish level two. Now at this point we are moving pretty fast. We got news at 8:30, so we popped and we popped again. So we got 30 pips in what 30 minutes or 30 pips in an hour basically. And then I was under the assumption that if we got 30 pips in an hour and we have about 3 more hours left, and we do have news at 2 o'clock, either we're gonna continue moving higher and potentially get closer to TP, or we were going to go ahead and fluctuate around without stopping out around to 2 o'clock, which is around over here, and then we're gonna continue to go further bullish. But that was not the case. We ended up falling down bearish, continue moving bearish, and then ended up getting stopped out at break even, a little bit less than break even, well, a little bit less than under the buy stop area. I actually held the trade past 5 o'clock to see if I could get maybe overnight news because I knew there was news at 3 a.m. or whatever like that. But markets went and violated everything. So even if I had my stop loss close to break even or even under over here, it will end up being a losing trade. Anyways, now this exact scenario is unfortunately it happened to me now, but maybe in the future on a different occasion with the same exact scenario, it'd probably be a very profitable trade, especially if I would have left the trade open for 4 hours instead of an hour. Like I said, um, like I said, I decided to go ahead and try to leave the trades open to experience how what was going on, experience losing trades, experience managing the trades while they're open that long. And then I knew that stupid BS like this was possible to happen and it can happen, and it did happen. So, I do feel a type of way that I didn't monopolize on this trade, but at the same time, if it weren't in my favor, I would have been a lot more happier. So it is what it is. That's a part of the game. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna go ahead and lose my account. We are in a win streak. I still don't think that we're really monopolizing as much as we can on these win streaks, but it's neither here nor there. I'm still working on the mathematical calculation based off of time and price. That's gonna give me the optimal profit or the optimal decision making and trade management decisions to go ahead and either trail my stop loss, um bring down my take profit, or close trades based off of, I believe it's something, I don't know how to explain it, but based off of how much time we have and how much profit that we're up. I should have an equation that tells me when to close the trades, where to set my TPs, how long to hold the trades, what to do with my stop loss, am I gonna scale in or scale out, so on and so forth. And news is a big, big, big factor in it. I don't know why I don't know. I was hoping for the best, honestly. My bad. I didn't finish analyzing for you guys over here. So yeah, we went 30 pips in profit, not 30 pips above the 8 a.m. kind of open price, which is actually 25 pips in profit. And then let me go ahead and once we hit that 30 pips, we came back down to this level. Like I said, we looked good. It looked like we was gonna rally to the next side. You see, this is why it's very important to go ahead and watch these trades develop in real time. Because once I seen this retest or reset of price, where price actually moved back down 10 pips and reached this level, I already know. For me, this is an indication that price is breathing, like I usually say, and it can continue. And the probability of it continuing is high. We did actually move up maybe about 8 pips, and then we instantly move right back down, and then we continue down lower, and did confirm the reversal. Now, because we did have news at 2 o'clock, and then it wasn't even 12 p.m. yet, I was in the hopes of, all right, Yeah, we do have a reversal indication. I'm not gonna get out the trade because I said I'm gonna hold it open until 12 p.m. As well as we do have news at 2 p.m. So let me hold it. So we did hold, and we end up coming back to a 1-to-1. Where I was in, where I was like, all right, maybe I should close a 1-to-1, but I was like, nope, it's about what? It's about 10:40 right here. 10:45 right here. We still got plenty of time left for markets to go and continue rallying. We did make a rejection on this area right here, which is also rejection on this resistance, which is going to turn to support, which it did. And then we didn't hold the line. We ended up going back down again. And that's when I was basically holding on for dear life, waiting for news. That was the next best thing. I trailed my stop loss to break even, and I put like a pip under so I wouldn't get tapped out. We almost got tapped out. It continued moving forward. Gave us hope again. It tried to retest. I'll say this one probably the retest. Around retest at 1 o'clock. So you're back at hopes. Your hopes is back up. We're back to a 1-to-1. This is maybe our one, two, three, fourth time at a 1-to-1. And then we got one more hour until news, and then we end up going at one last chance to go ahead and close at 25 pip profit was going to be up here. We went back and tested that the bullish level 3, which is about 30 pips above the 8 candle open price, which is 25 pips in profit. But it's around one. What time is it, guys? It's around 1:55, guys. Come on, this is 2 o'clock news. This is going to be. We're back at a level 3. And then we got news coming up any minute now. So I'm thinking, you know what, this might be it, and news is gonna explode to the upside. And guess what happened, guys? We went straight to the downside. And then the trade was kaput after that. There was no more luck for that trade right there. It was over with. It was not gonna be anything more than 30 pips above the 8 kind of open price. 2 p.m. news was not gonna do nothing for me, and it just went ahead and went back down. Now, on the larger time frame, if you want to take a look, if we have the time, um, actually was a bunch of consolidation. Like I said, basically at we opened basically. Why does it look like that? Because that's not the week that we're supposed to be looking at all. Reset my chart. All right. We do have some good fluctuations, but we basically are in a deeper consolidation. Let's say this is a leg, right? From last week, we got a high, we got a higher low, higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher low. Let's say higher low. Uh, then we got maybe equal highs, lower low, lower high, equal low, just basically consolidating. I wouldn't say in a larger range consolidating, right? From this peak to this peak, we've been consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And we haven't broken out that range as of yet. So yeah. Let's drop back down to the 5 minute. All right, so let's go ahead and draw the MagnOpus Trading Grid. Let me go ahead and put my drink out so that I got it's in the freezer so I can All right, your boy's back. I should be sponsored by these guys for how much I buy these joints, bro. Oof, I know this one ice cold gang. Booted. I'm gonna put in my stand Lizzo so I don't spill anything on my computer here and it stay cold. That in my stand Lizzo. All right, and let's go ahead and all right, bet. So we are actually functioning a lot more efficiently. Oh yeah. So I probably do want to measure the range of day three. I did do a lot of back testing yesterday, so I do get the ranges now. So I get the possibilities. So I know 1 to 1 is gonna be the most common, which is gonna be a 20 pips above the 8 candle open price, which is also 15 pips profit. That's gonna happen a minimum twice a week, right? But that is also going to be included with trades that go 30 pips. Well, I would say, yeah, 30 pips in profit, 40 pips in profit, and 60 pips in profit. Those are the most common. Now you're going to get a 70, 90 pip, whatever like that. But if you're aiming for that, you're probably better off. You're probably better off consistently closing 30, 40 pips than you are chasing the larger ones. So once I consistently start working with those, then I could go ahead and do the entire 9 hours, and after I do the entire 9 hours, I can go ahead and start swing trading. So I'm gonna do step by step. I did the 5 pips. I did the 1 to 1. Now I'm trying to do what I would say. That's a smart idea. Now let me try the 30 pips. 30 pips is 2 to 1. 25 pips is a little bit less than 2 to 1. But yeah, let me probably work on those. Uh, I probably should have thought of that first. Well, I'm on live stream, so I thought of it now. So that's what matters. Price range. This one is about 30, 31 pips. And then once I start setting myself short, then we're going to have days of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 pips, and I'm not going to be able to monetize on that. The fear of missing out in this game it just attacks you it attacks you in so many different ways. Come on, you can do it. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this shit. Absolutely pathetic. How did the range even get smaller? Anyway, it does feel like my laptop is. Dang, I'm tired. Oh, 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 oh. It's one. Throw some, throw some air in the back of there. Let me get some air too, dog. All right, we are. Computer's hot, but the live stream is actually running pretty good. Even okay. All right. No, 8 o'clock is actually right. No. 8 o'clock. Line this up. Open your mouth. We are actually streaming really good. All right. Good job. Day 4. And we don't know how many pips they pull. Ah, son of a gun. We don't know how many pips day 4 is as of yet. All right, now we can go ahead and transfer over the MagnOpus grid lines. And I got to be really, really patient. Interesting how they resize my stuff now. Wow. Why don't I think? Interesting. We didn't have much drawdown, did we? All right, let's go ahead and do this. All right, can open. What time was it? Well, I mean, what price did we open at? 1.16406. 1.16406. Let me make this a little bit longer. Am I gonna just analyze this? I guess. Alright, fuck it. Let's just analyze this little slither right here from now on. Alright, let's change that to 1.16406. You see, we opened yesterday at 1.16419. Not even that far away from each other. A pip away from each other, basically. 1.16406. Actually didn't paste. You can't have this do-rag anywhere near your forehead, bro, without the sweat. And then the sweat just start burning. The sweat start burning, dog. That'll make the bullish line 1.1656. It's easy at this point. 1.16456. Alright, we got 20 more minutes until news, guys. That will make 1.16506. 1.16506. Hit it again. That will make this line 1.16356. 1.16356. Wait a second. What the fuck? Well, yeah, 5 pips in profit. Yeah, for sure. Right? Yeah, we hit 5 pips in profit for sure. Got you. 356, 1.16351.16. Okay, I just didn't change the title. And this is gonna be 1.16306. 1.16306. Hopefully we don't come down here. That would mean we did the one. We didn't do 1-to-1. That means that we did pivot. All right. Guess what? I'll probably end up doing either or. If I on the live account, I will on the live account I'll probably have to do a continue. No, I'm not. I don't like the. I just don't like the day at all. And we're not trending. Let's just get. I'll just get this week up to consolidation. I don't think I'm gonna do any re-entries. I don't like what's going on here with the consolidation. I think if we try to catch the trade or chase it, we are going to get violated. Let me double check with news. What news we have tomorrow? 10 o'clock news. Fed Chair Powell. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and just get to the strikes in, and I'll just go use the bathroom real quick. Here we go. So this is the buy stop that we entered. So market opened at 1.16406. It took us about until 8:30 when we had news to enter into a buy stop, and that news also brought us into a 10 pips above the 8 candle open price and 5 pips in profit for the buy trade. And then we quickly came back down to the entry price. We might go ahead and retest the 8 candle open price and continue moving forward. But if we continue moving lower, then I would suggest that it probably is a downtrend. Continuation of the bigger downtrend. Or consolidation, right? Right, I'm gonna use that bathroom, guy. I like Harriet Tubman, dog. As you can see, price, I believe, has retested the 8 AM candle open price, but instantly rejected the 8 AM candle open price. Interesting enough, we do have support down here. Let no. We need a reset. We have 10 minutes until news for 9:45. I actually interesting enough. Experts, I believe the EA is the one that placed the trades. So I don't have any trade management on the EA, so I still have to manually manage the positions. What is my plan? What is my plan? My plan is to hold the trades closer to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yeah, my plan is to hold the trade. But if we get 30 pips in profit, I might have to close. He ain't gonna let that one happen. All right, 10 pips first hour. Second hour we didn't have any pips. Third hour we need at least 30 pips. 30 pips. If 9:45, it's the second hour. Yeah, we need at least 30 pips. And I'll actually trail my stop loss. I'm not gonna close. I'll trail my stop loss. And if markets go back down to 30 pips and close me out, then it will do so. We got plenty of time, guys. We got about if we got 5 + 2, 7 more minutes. I am happy that live stream is a lot better. Maybe it was my battery. My battery was definitely the reason why the computer was freaking out yesterday. I mean, this morning. Let me see. Nah, it's still hot as hell. Probably need a stronger fan, older fan, AC, just to cool off the laptop. I think AC might be bring water, so I don't want any moisture, but I'll figure it out. Yes, yes. I actually probably should have both of the both of these bad boys side to side. Boy, this is 5 minutes. Close that. I do not need this. I'm wondering why is this like that and this is like that? I can't. Huh. Let's see what time frame this is. Hourly. Let's get that off the hourly time frame. That should be. Yes, yes. Lag has begun. Lag has begun. Yes. I don't do lag, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I do not do lag. Let me scrunchy this up. What is 10, 20, 30, 40? That's that 50 pip. I think we should just have it over here instead. That's usually that sweet spot. Just because I gotta scroll. All right, guys, we're back at the 8 a.m. candle open price. Usually, that's what price does damn near every time. Damn near every time we have news, we're gonna fluctuate at the 8 a.m. candle open price, and then we are going to move until maybe in the next 3 months, and then wants to do something else. It is cyclical, so it's gonna show you something a lot of times, right? But then once you get used to it, it changes the pattern to something else that is gonna show you a lot of times. I just gotta figure out the yearly patterns, all the nuances per year. Hey, you don't want me to be seen while I take this loss or take this win? Oh shoot, let me tell you guys the mm, we down 1,000. Oh, mm, Yikes. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm tripping. Hey, hold on a second. Don't invalidate my trade. Let's wait till news. We got we got 3 more minutes or 2 more minutes? We got 2 more minutes, guys. Which one is the most riskier one? The continuation or the reversal? I would say the reversal is the most riskier one, so I'll go for the continuation. One more minute. Thing is about I don't know what spread's gonna do. $45 more seconds. Hey, 15 seconds, guys. I gotta do by itself. Jesus Christ. Hmm. It's a buck 35. Jesus Christ. I got lost on this one. 2.5. Hmm. 1.16206. Told you that it was gonna be a losing trade, bro. We won the first three trades in a row. Easy work, bro. At this point, we just gotta let that shit ride. It ain't doing nothing serious. It violated stop losses. We gotta let that one. We gotta give it an hour. I'm gonna let that bitch ride for a little hour or so. It's just violating right now. We ain't got nothing to do with what's going on right here. No trading decision is supposed to be made at this area at this point in time. A lot of speculation. It's not gonna go. We don't know if it's going bullish or bearish. Up for the markets to go ahead and decide what they want to do. Already got violated. That's plus that she ain't doing nothing serious, my boy. I ain't even checking for it. Ain't doing nothing serious. Let's see how it look on charts here. I think it's gonna continue moving lower though. I ain't gonna cap on you. Thing is, I got bearish on FTMO. Yeah, dead wrong. Yeah, dead wrong for jumping like that. Dead wrong. Yeah, dead wrong for that one. Actually was a losing trade. Bullish though. Alright, I'm gonna go microwave some food. No movement. Out of there. Some bullshit positions, anyways. Damn it. Fuck yeah. Out of there. Some bullshit positions, man. I lost. I'll take it. Mm-mm. I lost both of them, so I'll take it. The every entry was worthless, anyways. Mm-mm. 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 It was a losing day. Can't complain. Hmm. Mm. What the fucking say? Okay. That was yesterday. I was about to say because I held it. All right, bad. All right, cool. I lost about 2,500. Can't. I ain't gonna keep playing. Like it's 25. Losing day. It come with the territory. I say this was a buy. Nah, the live was a sell. Live was a sell. And then the position that I got into was half the size. I doubt that the market's gonna move that much. In the next today. There's a lot of consolidation. Not even a good re-entry. I believe I just came up with a better re-entry plan, and it does not consist of getting to a position half the size. Yeah, FTMO would have been huge, but it would have been it would not have anything serious. Nah, considering the range that market's moving, nah. All right, let's just take it as a hold on. Let me see what's going on here because um what I want to see why I'm lagging so much. Let's see it. I can probably close these now. Oh, we just heated. Not even hot. Not even that hot. We got shits to do. Let's see. Test. All right, guys. I'm gonna let it lag like this. Either way, thank you guys for joining the live stream. It wasn't a winning day today. It was a losing day. We had 3 wins this week, technical wins. This week I capitalized on 2 of them. I let the third one become a break even, and then this one was a loss. Um, Tomorrow might be a loss. We're still gonna trade tomorrow to see if we can recoup some of the losses that we have. We also do have news at 10 o'clock. We have Fed Chair Powell speaks. Um, and we'll see how that interacts. But we had a consolidation week, nothing too big. Let's wait for next week to see what we have, and then probably the week after next is gonna be NFP again, and then probably we're gonna have more momentum into the markets. But I don't think we're gonna have any momentum in these last 2 weeks. Still didn't lose too much, didn't lose the shirt off my back. Though we did have a losing trade where the spread was actually higher. Good thing that we lowered the leverage, so we didn't lose a little bit too much. And I do want to calculate how long was it from the last FTMO to this not FTMO, NFP to this day where the spreads jumped like that, because that definitely was kind of weird, where we lost more than we risked. And I wanted to go ahead and document this day because, interesting enough, I never see spreads jump like that. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Not looking good at all. Let's go ahead and drop.